On the line with me right now, Sami Hinkka from Ensiferum. Sami, thanks for taking the time.
Hey, it's my pleasure. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Now, let's talk Ensiferum. You joined, according to my notes, in about late 2004, is that right?
Yeah, that was, I guess, autumn 2004, but officially it's January 1st, 2005.
Right. What's your memory of that time? How did it come about that you joined the band? Were you aware of the band beforehand?
That time, obviously, yes, but I think it happened like early 2004. I was going to record an album with my old band called Rapture. What happened that we were also a Spine Farm, as was Ensiferum at that time, that Ensiferum guitar player and founder, Markus, he was working in Spine Farm. And he was giving a ride for the drummer and his drums and one extra member of the band to the studio. And I kind of lost the coin toss that who's going to squeeze in behind, in the backseat of the car with all the drums. But in a way, that was a good thing. That was the first time I met Markus. And it was quite a long drive to the studio. And he decided that, he's not going to buy back Sinky. So he went to a bar and I joined him and we had a good conversation. That was the first time we met, for many hours. And a couple months later, he called me pissed drunk. Hey, we might need a bass player. You want to give it a try? And here I am.
Wow. That's an amazing story.
But yeah, the guy had just recorded Iron album and he played me the first mix of the album in a car. I was like, yeah, this sounds cool.
Now, apart from the lineup changes involving instruments with keyboards, the lineups remained remarkably stable since the period you joined. What's your comment on that?
Yeah, well, that was pretty much the time when things got serious with Ensiferum. When I joined the band, they only had done one actual tour. Of course, they had played some shows in Finland, but it was really just a bunch of guys making music, and I don't think they had ambition with music, but I don't think they understood. They were still so young that they didn't understand how much actually it takes work and kind of sacrifices to be full-time musician. So then when I joined, there was already more offers for tours and there's no bad blood between us and the old members. It was really people just really had to make choices with life, are you really willing to give 110% for the band? Because that's not an option that everybody else wants to do 110%. And some would say nah, I can only tour 1 week per year. That's not an option if everybody else wanted to put all in. So that's pretty much what happened. The old singer, guitar player, Jari Mäenpää, that was pretty much the time of Iron. He told guys that he don't want to tour because he had his solo project, Winter Sun.
Yep.
He wants to record the first album, and then Markus really didn't have a choice but to, put it really straightforward, he had to fire Jari, which was obviously a very brave move, but he wanted the band to go forward and not to just wait for some guy to finish his solo album and maybe then do something. Because that's not how this business works. If there's interest, then you just have to do it. But yeah, we're all still good friends, and Markus and Jari, they go way back. They kind of grew up together. They've been friends since they were kids, and so all good.
What was the market like for the band in those early days? Did you find it hard to sort of make your way with gigs and touring and that?
Actually, for us, we're one of the oldest bands in this whole genre. That was pretty much the time when kind of folk, Viking battle metal was becoming more popular across Europe. So for us, it all started. Of course, we played small gigs, but it really kept growing and growing, tour after tour. And it's pretty much the same still. It's of course we're not playing stadiums, but still going strong, and of course it feels good.
what recording process works for the band? Are you coming up with song ideas on the road, or do you have to get home from tour and lock yourselves away?
We're very slow composers, but and we tried a few times to compose during the tour. I mean, we got like a couple extra guitars and stay in the back lounge of the bus and trying to come up with something. But for some reason, it really doesn't work for us, because how the process goes for us, it's, everybody can bring their ideas to rehearsal room, and we really love to like twist and turn all the ideas, upside down and inside out. But that's something we love to do together, so that you have all the instruments there, so you can straight try like with a different drum beat or change the chord of the guitar, and it works for us. It's very slow. Of course, it would be faster if they like a mastermind who just brings all the songs ready. Like, okay, you play like this, and here's the song, here's the structure, but in a way, I really like the way Ensiferum works, because that's it's a band effort.
Now, I googled the studio that you recorded at, and lo and behold, you're featured on the studio website. Now, tell us about this place, the Astia Studio. All analog, is it?
And nowadays, I think, it's pretty much all analog. The previous album, the last album, Two Paths, we wanted to have we want to have an album that sounds like a very tight live album. And because Ensiferum is it's a good live band, and we always have good energy. Of course, it comes from the interaction with the crowd also. But that's something we've been really trying to achieve for a couple of albums, to have that energy also on the album. And what we did for this album now, the whole band was playing at the same time when we recorded drums. And we even had songs where we didn't use any click track, so to have as natural groove as possible. And there are a couple songs where drum and bass lines are recorded with one take from the beginning until end at the same time, like really old school. And it worked. I think the last album sounds really good. And we used analog equipment as long as they were tracks. So all drums, all bass, and all rhythm guitars are recorded on track, and the rest of the stuff was recorded on computer, and then everything was mixed to another tape. So we tried to use analog as much as possible. But then Anssi, the owner of the studio, got even more crazier, and I think nowadays he has like 2 machines there. So nowadays you can do the whole album without using any computer.
Wow.
But let's see, that was really like the thing for the last 2 albums. So now that we achieved it, so let's see where we go now. We still haven't really come up with the clear picture of the next album's soundscape, how that's going to be. But we're already working with the new songs, so I guess we have to decide that quite soon.
Because Two Paths, that came out in September 2017, which is, a year and a half ago now. Now, we're into 2019. I'm assuming you've taken some breaks from touring since the album came out, and haven't been touring non-stop.
Actually not. I think we just got home like a week ago. We did in December we did an acoustic tour around Europe. Then we came home to wash laundry around New Year's Eve, and then we started 5 weeks North America, Mexico, 7,000 tons of metal, a cruise tour. And now we've been home like a week. And within a week, we should head to Australia, and then there should be a tour in Russia, and then it's already festival season, and we're already planning to do another North America tour this year. And somewhere between all these tours, we will try to find time to finish the new songs. So it's still quite busy concerning the touring cycle, even though, like you said, the album came out a year and a half ago, but it really keeps us busy still, which is nice.
Well, you should take some time and relax, but you'll probably find that when you sit down and relax, song ideas will come to you. That seems to be the way it goes.
Yes. And, me personally, pretty much a year ago, we started a new band with the guitar tech of Ensiferum. We both are big fans of power metal, and we're actually now mixing the first album of this new power metal band. So let's see when we get that out, then all the gaps are going to be even more filled.
Yeah, even less free time.
Yeah, well, can't complain.
You're coming to Australia very soon. How did this tour come about? What happened?
Well, we only been in Australia a few times. Well, for obvious logistics reasons. But we always keep reminding our management and booking agents that, hey, how about going to Australia? Like, could you please check that? And it never really fit the schedule, our schedule or the local promoters and venues schedule. But this time, unfortunately, it's only 3 shows. So we're missing many, many awesome cities. But better to do even those than not coming there again, because we don't know when the next possibility would be. So anyway, we were just super happy to finally get back there, because we only have good memories from Australia.
What's in store for the Australian tour? Are you bringing a keyboard player?
No, we are still. Ensiferum at the moment is a 4-piece band, and we have the public announcement. People could send their audition for us, but now we closed that audition, and let's see. I guess later this year we have some announcements to do. But at the moment, Ensiferum is 4-piece band, and thank God for technology, we can still manage to sound as good as we would with the keyboard player.
What's the funniest thing that's happened on tour? I always get some pretty good answers with this one.
God damn it. The thing is that it's something that, just happens in a moment, and of course, we as a lazy bosses, we don't write anything down. And that's actually something that our booking agent in Finland said. You should actually write down all the stories. The funniest thing. Well, first thing that comes to my mind is, no names mentioned, but a certain guitar player was quite drunk a couple of years ago in a Vakkenfest. And he thought it was, because, we Finns, we have sauna culture. So this guitar player from a Finnish folk metal band called Ensiferum, he got pissed drunk and thought it would be a cool idea to get naked in backstage, with all the artists there, and try to get selfies with all the artists. And of course the other Finnish bands, they were okay, but then this gentleman spots Danny Field from Cradle of Filth,
Right.
And of course, English gentleman, he was not really comfortable being in the same picture with a butt naked Finn. But he expressed this in very gentleman-like style, so he took it very nicely still, even though he was not willing to take the picture. But usually the funny thing includes alcohol and nudity.
That seems to be a common theme in the answers that I get.
Yes, I kind of assume that.
Sami, Australia's looking forward to you coming out here very soon. Great shows lined up in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. Good luck with the tour here, and good luck for the future for the band.
All right, thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.